Hello once again everyone, it's Paper Crafting Mama back with another all about birthdays paper craft. Today I'm going to share with you how to create this really fun birthday door hanger. I think this would be really great for maybe an older child or a younger one, or even a spouse or significant other on their birthday. It would fit perfectly one of those giant cookies that you can get at gas stations and a gift card. Plus, if you hang this on their door while they're sleeping, it's a great surprise for when they wake up on their birthday. So let's get started. The first thing you'll want to do is cut a piece of cardstock so that it is 5 inches by 11 inches. Once you've done that, you're going to score at a few different places. The first is to score at 1/2 inch on each side all the way down the paper. Then you're going to turn it on its side, and then on one end you're going to score at 3 inches and 3.5 inches, and then you're going to come up and make a little mark at 6.5 inches. Now I've made the mark on both sides but not down the middle. So now that we have this all scored, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my paper cutter. Now this is why I made little marks at 6.5, because what I'm going to want to do is cut off these sides to help create our little pocket here. So to do that, I'm going to line it up in my paper cutter, and I'm only going to come down to where that mark is. See, like that. So then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing, except for this time I'm actually going to go down to where my mark is, which is right here, and then cut the rest of the way down. Then you just have to grab a pair of scissors and cut across to cut that off. Now while you have your scissors in your hand, you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut out this little square right here. You can either do that now, or you can go ahead and fold along your score lines and do it after you've folded. Then you can go ahead, if you haven't already, and fold along all of your score lines. So once the cutting and folding is done, that's the hardest part of this project. So it's pretty smooth sailing from here. So before I actually put this together, I'm going to want to go ahead and add my designer series paper. So the first size of paper is going to go right along the back side here, and this is cut at 3 7/8 inch by 7 3/8 inch. So we're just going to flip it over and add some adhesive. And then I also have another piece for the front of our pocket, and this measures 3 7/8 inch by 2 7/8 inch. So add some more adhesive to that. And remember to flip your front pocket up so that you don't accidentally put it on the inside where nobody would be able to see it. And now what we have to do is take a little bit of our red sticky tape and we'll remove the backing on both of those. Okay. Now to make the hole so that you can actually hang it on a door, I am going to use the 2.5 circle punch, 2.5 inch circle punch. And I find that that size fits most doorknobs. If you have an extremely large doorknob, it may be a tight squeeze, but generally this size will fit on a lot of the doors. So I'm just going to place my paper all the way down inside of my punch. And then I'm going to try my best to make the sides even. And sometimes with a design, a pattern like this, it's a little hard to tell because your design may not be even on either side. And if you're really fickle about that, you can always mark where it should go. I don't think that's too bad. So then the last thing is to decorate it. You can use any kind of stamps or embellishments that you want. I thought this particular stamp that has a little muffin or cupcake on it and says "Got Birthday" was really fun to go along with the designer series paper that I had selected for it. So for this one, I'm actually going to do a few different colors. So I'm going to use some markers. And the first color I'm going to use is a red. And it is actually real red from Stampin' Up! And it kind of matches the cherry on our designer paper. And I'm going to take the longer fluffy end and run that across my "Got Birthday" saying. And then I'm going to take some early espresso, and that will be my wrapper. Which also matches the wrapper on our paper. And then I'm going to take "Pool Party," and that will be the top of our actual cupcake. And of course that is the color of our cardstock and the color of the background of our designer paper. And "Pool Party" is a lighter color. So I just want to make sure that I get enough on there so that it's going to show up. Now, if you were to go ahead and stamp this right away, you may experience some drying of like maybe the red, the first one that you colored. So a good tip is to just kind of blow on it like this with your breath. And what that does is that actually adds a little bit of moisture back into the marker ink. So then we're just going to stamp that on there. So I'm going to get the 1 3/4 circle punch to punch this out. And then I'm going to take some early espresso cardstock, and I'm going to take a 2-inch scallop punch and punch out a scallop. And I'm actually just going to apply some regular adhesive to the back of our stamped image. And we can place that on our scallop. And then you all know how much I love dimensionals, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a few dimensionals to the back of our scallop. So we remove the backing of our dimensionals that we placed on the back of our scallop. And then all we have to do is place it on the front of our door hanger. And there you have it, a really fun and unique way to wish somebody a happy birthday. I hope you've enjoyed this paper crafting tutorial, and I can't wait to see you back next week for some more all about birthday paper crafts. Bye!